Welcome back. This is Nick from Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And today we're walking around a 1967 Camaro. This one here's got a 400 under the hood, and it is very powerful. Surprised me on the test drive, and it's a lot of fun. This one's got power steering, exhaust work, looks like a fairly new alternator. The brakes setup's pretty nice looking back here, nice and clean. Everything under the hood is nice and clean. Does have drum brakes all the way around, American racing wheels, good tires. Paint's in pretty good shape, but we're still going to be looking for chips, scratches, any kind of flaws, so you know what you're buying when you get here. We sell all over the country pretty much daily, and we update every Monday with new inventory. Of course, that's maplemotors.com. That's my main website. I flash it all over these videos, and that way you know exactly what you're getting. Let's get started here. I do have financing available for you, and also have shipping, so I can ship these cars all over. Any chips, scratches, dents, rust, Bondo, if I see it, I'll point it out. Got a little chip down here in the bottom, coming around the bumper here. Got some water stains in it, nothing that won't come out. We're trying these headlights. I don't know if they work. I haven't even tried them. They are hooked up, but I feel quite easy to move there. This side of the car here, you got some chips going on. Right up there in the front. Coming on over the fender, going down the lower portions first. Pretty good shape. Coming up over the rear fender. I will stop when I see something like that. Got some chips in the paint back here. 3 of them. Going back to midsection. Got a fairly new bumper in the back. Got a chip back here in the paint. Coming down. Some dirt left over on the paint job there. Same with that. Got some chips in the door there. Door handle's in good shape. Light chip there. Couple chips right up here in the middle. Light scratch right here. I think some of these little scratches and stuff should be able to be buffed out because you don't even feel them on the paint. Right up on top here, same thing. Somebody's probably leaning over working on the motor. Made all these little spots. I see that happen all the time. That's what they make these big towels for the fender. And they got big mats too. There's a little slight dent right here in the nose. You got some chips right here. Front windshield, let's check it over real good. There's a little speck there in it, nothing bad. Almost looks like a little speck there too, but overall the windshield looks good. Vent window, the seals are nice and clean. They look great. Mirror. Looks pretty good, not too bad. Get a couple chips on top of your door there. Weather strip in here needs to be replaced. That's quite old. I mean, it's probably still working, but let's look over this vinyl top. What I'll do, you can see it right now. There's some rust up under this vinyl top. That's almost like some pad. That shouldn't be there too, though. Yeah, I can feel it. Once you pull this vinyl top off, you'll see there is some bubbles popping up under here. You can see it from here. This is what I'm talking about. If you've been watching the videos, you can see where this stuff is on the vinyl tops, but it's always good to run your hands because you can kind of feel them. And this is a little bit of a weird scenario. It's in the upper part instead of on the edge. It's right up in here, so I'm wondering if it's been off before and it wasn't cured correctly. I'm not sure. Checking over the back here, you can see a little bit here. Looking over the behind the back window, this is what it usually does. It'll get trapped on the edge there, but you got little bumps all the way through. You can see them on the other side too. Coming around to the back of the car. Looks pretty good back here. All the chrome looks fairly new, even on the reverse lights there. You do have a chip right there above your gas cap where the keyhole is, probably where somebody jabbed it in there instead of in the actual keyhole itself. Trunk nice and clean. Weather stripping's been replaced. Water wise seems pretty dry. Nope, we do have a leak in here, and most of the time it's caused by the back window. Since all of that was bubbling back there, actually that package tray looks straight. It looks good, nice and clean. Doesn't look all rusted up. You got a spare tire sitting right here. Okay, let's go ahead and see how it shuts down. You can really see those bubbles on the back there. It's actually separated. That's probably where your water's getting in, what I'm thinking for the trunk. You can take this trim up, pull this up, and it'll be nice and ready for you to knock some of that rust out. And you also do a reseal. A lot of times the back windows will leak because the seals went bad. But the odds are you're not going to have this car sitting outside 24/7. It's just been out on the lot for about a week with us. We got some bubbles popping up around that trim. And around the back side, you also got a spot on the trunk. You know, this side is not that bad. The driver's side seemed to be worse, but I still feel some little bumps right there. The main spot's right over here in the front. Starting from the back, we're gonna go down the lower portions of the car. You got some stuff we picked up on the road during the test drive. Coming up over the fender. A couple little chips on the inner fender. Light scuff on the bottom here on that trim. A couple little wax marks, looks like it was left over. You got a speck right there on the front where they've touched up. Little spot there, it's been touched up. And here, over the fender, down the midsection. Couple spots in the middle of the door. Leftover wax around your keyhole. Door handle's in great shape. Mirror's in pretty good shape as well. Like scuffing on the window here. Couple chips. Okay, so far we've made it all the way around the ride. Just double check some stuff here. I will be laying the hood down here in a moment. Got some chips up here on top of the fender I think I've missed. Let's go ahead and get in the interior, get this thing started up, and finish the test drive. I've also got undercarriage shots on my test drive video and on maplemotors.com. That's a very important website if you really want to be in these classics or buy anything from us. Go to there and check out the questions and answers, the financing, and the shipping. Door panel's in great shape. Go ahead and be thinking, does that horn work? It's a little game we like to play on the channel. I used to be able to put a pole up and they got rid of that. You can do a poll, but it's not for per video. Tell you what, the interior looks pretty good on this one. Nice and clean. Back seat's just the same. I have a bag sitting there. That's all my gear. You want to see what I used to make this video? Look below in the description. These corner panels need to be stretched out a little bit more. You see fabric's kind of laying there, but the headliner in great shape. Looking around at the interior. This thing starts up easy. I haven't had any overheating issues. This is the first time I've driven the car, so I did the test drive and I drove it here. Talk to you for a little while in the video. Let's see how she starts. That's without me giving it any gas. I could have probably gave it a little bit of gas when I first started it up and it would have started right up. See your tach flying up? Show you the mileage on it. Oil pressure. Gas gauge does work. Temperature gauge, it fluctuates but not much. I get one that has actual numbers on it and you can have a better idea. And you just really want to know on motor temperature. You don't want to be riding around thinking that it's not overheating. So, but I could definitely tell. I've done this a long time, but motor's cool. Radio.
Nature valleys.
Working. Wipers. Working. Horn. Are you ready? That's what I'm talking about right there. Got a squeak coming from that belt right there on the alternator. Probably get her a little bit tighter. She looks a little bit loose. But I'm telling you, this car is pretty powerful. It felt great in the test drive video. The paint job is very pretty in person. It does have its chips and scratches, but I like it. There's a couple little spots right there on the hood. I think I showed it before when it was up. All right, I'm gonna give you some undercarriage shots. I do have those available at maplemotors.com and on the test drive video. Before we do that, I wanna see if the lights work. I really do. See if, make sure there's not a switch for them too. So you got your normal light switch there. Let's just try them. I just heard something. Looky there. They are working. How cool. All right. Looks like we got a brake light out on this side. There's 3 of them though, so we're good. Let's look up under this. Guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. It'll let you know every time I post a car for sale. And if you share and hit like, that helps me out more than you know, and I appreciate it in advance. I'm gonna be pushing these videos out for you pretty much every day. I've got a lot of cars to do this week, about 24 videos, but 12 cars. You'll see a lot of content coming from Maple Motors here. We also have an Instagram, a Facebook, a Snapchat. The Snapchat's behind the scenes. I think you'll like it if you go check that out. And you know the spiel about maplemotors.com. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna head back to the lot and finish the test drive.